On a coordinate grid, Becky's house is located at 1, 8 and her school is located at -3, 4. If each unit equals 1 mile, what is the approximate distance from her house to the school? Okay, so we're looking for the distance. All right, this formula isn't necessarily going to be next to this problem when you see it in a test question, but this formula is on your formula sheet, so you don't have to memorize it. You just need to know when to use it. So whenever it says find the distance, we're going to use the distance formula. Okay, so just remember when you do the distance formula, you need x1s and y1s and x2s and y2s. And that's pretty simple. You just take your first ordered pair and you label it as your first x and your first y. And then you take whatever your second ordered pair is and you label it as your second x and your second y. And then you can just plug them in. So in our distance formula, we want x2, which is -3, minus x1, which is 1, squared, plus we want y2 minus y1 quantity squared. So our y2 is 4, and our y1 was 8 squared. Now you can use your brain or you can use your calculator from this point. I'll do a little bit of both. So -3 minus 1, that's going to be -4. And -4 squared is going to be a +16. And then over here we have 4 minus 8. That's going to also be a -4. And -4 squared is 16. So when we add those together, we're going to get the distance as the square root of 32. But now, if somebody said, hey, come travel to my house, it's only the square root of 32 miles away, you would be like, what are you talking about? In a real-world application problem, leaving it as the square root of 32 doesn't make any sense. You would never tell anybody to go square root of 32 miles. And if you type it in a certain calculator, you might also get 4 square roots of 2, and that doesn't really make sense logically either. So we would want to turn this into a decimal approximation. So we're going to approximate it. So I'm going to put my approximation, and that's about 5.65685 miles. I'm not going to use that many decimals. I'm probably going to round it to the first decimal place. And so this 5 makes that 6 go up to a 7. So it's approximately 5.7 miles away. Her house is about that far from the school.